Growing up, her room was the messy room with the pink and the white, and it was messy, and it was like posters on the walls. My room was quiet, beige, with the Mona Lisa hanging up, with the Encyclopedia Britannica running alongside, and like the Atlas. So they were just confused, like, wait, what? You know what I mean? It was like a complete change. But you know, I decided that I wanted to do this, and it's just something that kind of just came naturally. It wasn't like a plan at first. And then I finally said, you know, this is what I want to pursue.
Y'all, court documents just dropped that revealed Amerie, the woman behind One Thing and Why Don't We Fall in Love, is making $5,700 a month. $5,000. Meanwhile, Beyoncé is sitting on $1 billion empire. And online, they saying it ain't no coincidence. They saying every receipt about Beyoncé borrowing other people's work has come back to roost, starting with the lie she told on stage about a song she didn't write. Sit down. Let me get into it. May 28, 2026, TMZ got their hands on Amerie's divorce judgment. Sis filed in 2024 after separating from her husband and manager of 20 years, Lenny Nicholson. The court awarded her primary custody of her son, kept her music businesses in her name. Amerie incorporated Sir One Touring, Misuk Publishing, gave her the 2016 Range Rover and $22.98 a month in child support. Lenny tried to come for $1.75 million in alleged unpaid commissions and $150,000 in emotional damages. Court rejected most of it, and the comments under TMZ's post? Brutal. Folks calling Lenny the man who fumbled the bag, saying he staggered Amerie's career while Beyoncé was over there building Secred and Ivy Y Park and a tour empire. One person said it plain. Amerie walked so Beyoncé could run. And that line set the whole internet off. Because once people started lining up the receipts, sis, the receipts stack. Rewind to 2002, Amerie drops her debut album, All I Have, on Columbia Records. Lead single, Why Don't We Fall in Love, produced by a man named Rich Harrison. That go-go infused, horn-heavy, drum-driven R&B sound, that was their sound. Amerie called Rich her musical soulmate.
And I think really I just wanted to go with like my gut and my heart, and you know, Troy and I have great chemistry.
Yeah.
There were a couple of things that I was like, kind of like, I guess you would say my non-negotiables.
Oh, what were they?
Like, the album has to be romantic. Are you into non-negotiables?
Oh, I'm into hard lines,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay, so I was like, it has to be romantic,
Okay.
sensual, and
Okay.
you would think like, oh yeah, easy. But sometimes when you get in the studio, someone might be like, we're gonna do this, and like, okay, it's a breakup, but you know, he's basically like, the guy's trash.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're off brand.
The Why Don't We Fall in Love video. Amerie in a white tank top, shorts, red heels, walking through the street. Iconic. Now May 2003. 10 months later, Beyoncé drops Crazy in Love. Produced by Rich Harrison. Same man. Same go-go horns. And the video opens with drama pages alleging this is the spot. A walking sequence. Red heels. Similar styling. Both artists on the same label, Columbia, working with the same producer, with Beyoncé getting the bigger budget and the bigger push.
You think Beyonce stole your walk?
My walk?
Remember the Crazy in Love video when she was walking and the way you was walking in Why Don't We Fall in Love?
No, her walk is more of a runway walk, and my walk was more of a what a nice day, la 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 kind of walk. It was a different kind of vibe. I can do the other walk too.
Online, they've been saying for years that's where the copying started. But Beyonce's team has a defense on this one. Amerie herself went on the Joe Budden Podcast in 2025 and said Rich Harrison never played Crazy in Love for her.
I really didn't hear the stories about that particular song. No, I didn't hear it. Like, I didn't hear anything about it, but a lot of people would be like, wait, that's not your record? Why did he give that record to you? And I'm like, he never played that record for me. But after our first album, see the thing, what happened during that time?
Tell us.
Like after...
Tell us what happened. This is going to be all over the internet.
After the...
This is going to be a whole line, girl.
It's really simple. It's like we did the first album, right? And after the first album came out, it made a lot of noise and people really loved that album. And Jay loved the album too. Like Jay-Z loved the first album.
Said the rumor that it was originally her song Ain't True. Sis is too classy to attack Beyonce. Folks online wish she would, but she won't. So the timing on Crazy in Love is debated. Here's what ain't debated though. October 2006, Beyonce releases Irreplaceable. You know the song, mega hit, won a Grammy nomination. And then Beyonce got on stage one night and said, quote, I wrote this for all my ladies. Sis, She said it on stage. She took the credit in front of thousands of people. And Nayo, the actual songwriter, got on MTV and called her out.
What label was that? What was the Because of label? Was that Columbia as well?
Columbia, yeah.
Okay, that's probably the last one. That's when I was really thinking of leaving the label, because it's just like, even when I wanted this single, it was like so hard to move and like to do anything. And then we were gonna release it, and it was like, yeah, it's gonna come out in the States. And I was like, but why are they coming out at different times? We live in the internet era. It should be one date. I don't believe in this different dates for this and that. I have fans that are going to be like, hey, I didn't get the album, so what is a good reason for having them come out at different times? Oh, well, we'll just do that. And I was like, I don't know. I'm feeling like that is just leaving it possible that it doesn't even have a US release. I wasn't really confident in them at this point regarding them following through.
Said, quote, I wrote the lyrics. I wrote all the lyrics. Beyonce helped me with the melodies and the harmonies and the vocal arrangement, and that makes it a co-write. Ne-Yo wrote that song. Originally wrote it from a male perspective for himself. Was gonna pitch it to Faith Hill or Shania Twain. Gave it to Beyonce instead. And then watched her get on stage and tell the world she wrote it. That's the lie, baby. That's the documented receipt. The songwriter publicly contradicted the artist on national TV. And Beyonce never came back to clean that up. Tell me how you stand on stage and claim you wrote somebody else's lyrics for all your ladies while that man is at home watching. Now, once people pulled up the Ne-Yo receipt, they pulled up everything. September 2007, Beyonce drops Green Light on the Bidet Deluxe. 2 years after Amerie's One Thing, music critics at the London Paper and The Guardian documented it on the record. Said Green Light's vocal style was straight up an imitation of Amerie's performance on One Thing. Same 132 BPM, same syncopated drums, same brassy horn samples. By this point, Beyonce had years to study Amerie's whole catalog and replicate the sound on the bigger budget. Amerie's response to all this? Drama Page has been chewing on this for years too. She told XXL magazine, quote, people are saying I've sampled Green Light as a diss, but I sampled myself from One Thing. R&B beef is corny, classy, refuse to swing, refuse to feed the narrative.
I had a rumor a while ago that the label at the time didn't want to put One Thing out as the single. Is that correct, that they weren't supportive of the record?
No, they weren't supportive of the record because they didn't get it. And that's okay. I totally understand that because everyone's not going to get everything. I mean, sometimes I hear songs and I'm like, oh, I don't really get it. And then later I'm like, oh, I really like it.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but I just had to like believe in it myself.
So you're really fighting against the tide to push that track through.
We put the song out ourselves.
Independently, right?
Well, no, independently as far as like how we made the move, but we were still signed, I was still signed to the company, but we just kind of just got the DJ list together and put it out.
Worked your own record.
And then once the label saw it was like picking up, and actually it picked up in the UK really, really fast.
Massively,
very quickly.
And the pattern kept going. 2008, If I Were a Boy, written by BC Jean and her producer, Toby Gad. Originally meant to be BC Jean's debut single, Toby shopped it without her knowledge after her label deal fell apart. Beyonce recorded it. To her credit, BC Jean later went on the record saying Beyonce didn't steal nothing. Said Toby was the one who shopped it without her knowing. So Bey gets a pass on that one.
What is like your most profound meet with an artist?
Well, Beyonce was pretty incredible. Yeah. And I played her a song I had just written with BC Jean, and If I Were a Boy, and she was like, play this again. I played it again, and she's like, I want to sing this right now.
Wow.
And so within 2 hours we had If I Were a Boy recorded, and then she still sat at the couch with me, and we were talking about life and everything, and she has this magical focus, and like once you're close to her, she gives you so much attention, and that was for me a real superstar encounter.
2005, Jennifer Armour sued Beyonce claiming Baby Boy copied her demo. Court ruled the songs were substantially dissimilar. Case dismissed in 2006, affirmed by the Fifth Circuit in 2007. Jennifer lost. And then 2011, Beyonce performs Run the World at the Billboard Music Awards using choreography that matched Italian pop star Lorella Cuccarini's Egocentrica routine note for note. After the backlash, Beyonce admitted she had seen Lorella's performance and loved it. That ain't one mistake, baby. That's a pattern.
Did you ever feel like you weren't getting the resources you need because you were on Columbia and Beyonce was at the same time?
So I did, I felt like, I did feel like that, but not for that reason. I felt like it because I was a new artist, and at the time, Sony had Beyonce, but they also had Jennifer Lopez, and
And it was, I felt like there was kind of like a lot of changes going on an executive level, and I felt like I wasn't getting the support that I needed, but not because of the other artists necessarily. I think it was just, I don't even really know what it was. I know there was a lot of turmoil though.
So now you go back to that court document and read that number again, $5,735 a month. The woman whose blueprint Drama Page is alleging built the foundation for Crazy in Love and Green Light, making $5,000 a month while Secret sells out and a Cowboy Carter tour brings in 9 figures. Online, they saying that ain't a coincidence. They saying that's what happens when you the one with the sound but not the budget. So tell me, did Amerie walk so Beyoncé could run? Or is the internet just connecting dots that ain't really there? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me what you really think. Hit that like, subscribe if you new around here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, baddies!